So the other day I was sitting down looking over all my tricks I've gotten so far, and I'm actually already in the process of making the final edit. I'm pretty much just trying to get a jump start on it, and then that way each time I do these sessions I can just plug the tricks in, and then at the very end the video will basically be done and ready to go. But I was looking at all the clips, and then I was trying to think to myself a little bit like how I want to go about it for these next few sessions. And then I also realized I've only got 5 weeks left until my birthday. And I know for some people that's still a lot of time, like you get a lot of skating done within 5 weeks. But the thing that sucks for me is between the Ohio weather where it's cold and getting dark by 5, half the time I gotta resort to skating indoors. And then also considering the fact that I work a full-time job and have a wife and daughter at home, I don't get to get out and skate as much as I used to. So within these 5 weeks, not counting, I also have a week coming up where I'm going to be going out of state, so I might not even get to skate that week. But that means I've got at least 4 sessions left. And with 19 tricks left, if I was to try to distribute that evenly, that means I'm going to have to do like at least 4 or 5 tricks per session. So, not going to lie, it gave me a little bit of anxiety the other day thinking about it. Like, I still got to bust out that many tricks, and that means I'm going to have to do more per session than I've already done these last 3 sessions. But right now, I'm going to the same park I skated in the first video for this challenge because there's a lot more obstacles there that I can still work with. So what I want to start doing going forward with this is each park I go to, I want to try to make myself get maybe 5 or 6 tricks, because I'm trying to look at it as like if I do more than I really need to each one, then that means the last session or 2 I don't have as many tricks I need to bust out. So if I want to pick a harder trick, or if I have a certain one in mind that maybe takes a little bit longer, I've got time to work with. I don't got to worry about still having to do this trick or go to this place. I can pretty much just focus on the last couple of tricks and be good to go. But yeah, we're gonna go to this park, we're gonna get warmed up, and I'm gonna have about 4 hours to skate, so I'm gonna try to make my warm-up quick, so there might not be as many clips for that. But I've got some ideas in my head, so we'll see. I've got at least 4 actual tricks, but like I said, I want to try to at least aim for maybe 5 or 6 tricks. But I'll catch back up with you guys once I get there, and we'll get started. So I'm going to do a voiceover with this video because I got so lost in the skating and so focused on what I was trying that even when I was warming up and after, I just wasn't even thinking about it at the time. But when you first get here, you go into the small room first, and it's basically just a little small section. So I started warming up in here, and I decided to skate this long ledge that's pretty low that they have against the one wall. And it's a sick little ledge. It just is pretty sticky because not a lot of people seem to hit it. And I knew I wanted to do a trick for the challenge on this ledge, but I didn't know what to do. So I just wanted to make sure I waxed enough of it that no matter where I got on, I could still grind or whatever I was going to do. But yeah, I did a couple lines just to kind of test it out and make sure it would grind good before I really started going at it. And there's actually, you can kind of see it in the back too, there's random holes in the wall, and I actually slipped out on one trick and my finger actually went into one of those. And this ended up being the first trick I tried. It's not a super hard trick, I've just never actually took the time to learn it, but I figured it would be a nice start to the day and it'd be a nice trick to get in for this challenge. And I want to say, if I remember right, this one only took a few minutes too, so it actually wasn't as bad as I remember it being. And then while I was in that room, I decided to make myself go back for that nose to tail since I've been struggling with it the last couple sessions. And it got about as close as it did the first session, so I made myself basically stick around in that room until I finally rolled away from it. And this one you can kind of see I just couldn't get my shoulders to rotate anymore to make myself revert out. But once I finally got it, I was just really happy with it. And this is just a little filler line I wanted to throw in because I've been having fun with the blunts of fakies on this ramp. This one took a few minutes just because the last trick after the blunts of fakie, I kept somehow over popping it and missing the coping. But once we did that, I went on to the bigger room to start some skating in there. And with the small manual pad, I ended up having a trick that started to feel comfortable. So I tried that one for a little bit, and this one actually started to seem kind of natural too. The only awkward thing with this one was trying to get my shoulders to rotate back the way that I turned originally, because I was trying to do the back half cab to front 180 out. And some of the tries I was just having trouble getting my shoulders to stay open so I can go back, but this was another one that kind of like that fakie to switch crook that really only took about a few minutes once I started really going at it. And this ledge that they got is actually a pretty fun one. It's not super high, but it's not as low as the first one. And I've been doing some back 180 nose grinds on it, and a trick that I've wanted to try for a while is the back 180 nose grind shove it out. And again, this was another one that somehow it was just coming a lot easier than I thought it would. It was just some of the timing on it depending on how it came out, but it seemed like one of those tricks where as long as you got into a solid grind and you just kept your shoulders open for it, you could pretty much just fall right into it. And I'm just really happy I was able to learn this one as well. Thank you guys for checking out this video. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. I will see you guys in the next video.